Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Someone wrote in and asked how they would be able to tell if they were meant to do this work, if they were meant to be a psychic or a medium. And I have to say, it's a personal journey that you go through. A lot of people will come here to the center and say, "I want to study mediumship. I know I'm a medium. I've seen spirit throughout my life," and I tell them, "Well, tell me exactly your experiences that you've had." And I always explain to them when they're done telling me that they saw a mother when their mother when they passed, or they saw an uncle who had been deceased 10 years, and they saw this uncle standing in a doorway. Or sometimes they'll say they see people standing at the foot of the bed. A lot of times they watch the movies on TV, or they'll go to the movies and watch one of these horror movies that come out. And then of course, the left brain can play tricks on you, and the left brain can bring you to your knees, really. So that's why I always tell people, don't watch any of those scary movies. They're not good for you, because you're still human. And like me, myself, I'll never watch any of those horror movies, because, I'm still a human, and I'm still going to be looking behind each doorway, or behind each door, rather, every time I watch a movie like that. So I don't watch them. I don't watch them because it just puts a lot of garbage into that left brain. I know that only positive energy exists on the other side, and I know that many people, if not all people, have this ability. Whether or not we want to do it, it's a choice that we have. How you would be able to tell if you're meant to do this or not is, the pulling that you have. I have people that come to me, they want to come, every month for a reading, and I'll tell them no. It's not good for you to come once a month. Just like you evolve on this side of the veil, your loved ones evolve on that side of the veil. So I just tell them, if they really want to connect with their loved ones, learn how to do it themselves. Come to some of my classes and learn how to meditate. Let's discover where your gifts and abilities are. Are you seeing spirit, hearing spirit? The five clairs: clairvoyance to see, clairaudient to hear, claircognizant, which is the all-knowing, clairsentient, which is the all-feeling, and clairguscience, which is taste and smell. So through exercises that are done here, it enables me to see and help them see what their gifts and abilities are. How are they connecting to spirit? And then once we discover what their gifts and abilities are, we do exercises to help strengthen them, or I'll give homework and teach them how they can strengthen their own gifts and abilities. So, it's a never-ending journey. I'm still discovering things all the time. I always say I learn from spirit, I learn from God and spirit, but I also learn from my students. So, I'll never get to the point where I'm going to say, oh, I know it all, because I never will. I never will. And I find with a lot of psychics and mediums out there that say, oh, I don't have to take classes anymore. I don't have to do this. I don't have to meditate. I just have this ability. They all fail. That's when ego takes over, edging God out, ego. And it becomes all about us, and it becomes all about the money and the popularity and television and stage. And that's not what this is about. So it's a self-discovery. And if you're very pulled to do it, then you'll continually go to want to seek out mediums. You want to seek them out. You want to understand this, and that's a calling. That's like a calling. Everybody has their own calling. Some little girls always want to be a mother. Now, some little boys always want to be a fireman or a policeman. And as they grow up, if they follow that path, and that was a calling they have, a little girl will grow up and be married and have children, because that's something she always wanted to do. Some little girls, they grow up and they want to run a business. Today that's what they want to grow up. And little girls, we'll see. I was with a few little girls the other day, and I said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And one little girl said, "I want to be a CEO." And I said, "Well, good for you. I hope you follow your dream, and I hope you succeed." But we all have our dreams, and if they become a passion and it's a true calling, then we follow them. So it's self-discovery. You have to decide yourself if it's a calling or not. If you find that you're connecting with spirit in a strong way, that you're often hearing things, or you're glimpsing spirit now and then, remember that nobody has the ability to communicate with spirit like I'm communicating with you right now. It's not like you see on television, not like you see in the Hollywood movies. There's a veil between worlds. So it's different. We have to work very hard to make a stronger connection with the world of spirit. And as hard as we work on this side of the veil, they work just as hard on their side to communicate with us, okay? So I would say to you, it's self-discovery, but if you're pulled to this, then chances are you have a calling and you should follow it, okay? Just make sure you go to the right people. I hope that answers your question, and as always, I leave you in God's love.